mbiri safuta komanso mbiri imazibwereza yokha. Khalani pompo pamene tikhale tikumafukula mbiri ya dziko lathu.
Tipemphe tikufuna zinthu zioneke za dongosolo zikuchitikazi si ulemu iyayi. Amalawi ndife anthu a ulemu, tiyeni tisunge chikhalidwe chathu.
Mu mbiri ya dziko lino la Malawi tidatayapo mtsogoleri wa dziko, malemu Bingu akulamula ali pa mpando, ndipo zambiri zidachitika iyeyo atangomwalira. Lero tikufuna tikupaseni zina mwa izo zimene zinkachitika mu tsiku limene iyeyo ankamuyika m'manda. Kumbukirani kuti uyu anali mtsogoleri wa dziko lino komanso mtsogoleri wa chipani cha DPP, ndipo kusintha kwa utsogoleri wa nthawi imeneyi kudalinso nkokenkoke. Mu nthawi imeneyi ndizonena kuti amayi Joyce Banda ndi amene adatenga ulamuliro wa dziko lino. Koma kuti autenge ulamuliro wa dziko lino ngakhale malamulo amalola kutero, panali zambiri zimene zinkachitika. Ndipo apa tangofuna kuti tikupaseni picture chabe ya mmene zidalili mu nthawi imene ankafuna kuti amuyike Bingu wa Mutharika. Takhalani pomwepo kukulandirani kwina kuli konse kumene muli pano pa mbiri yathu.
High technology mafuta twe. Ziko kwambiri. Ziko anyamata amora ni kutoka kwambiri. Koma ni kupempha kuti bidoloyi yankhwebo chizungu. Chifukwa pa alendo akunja ambiri. Nde bambo Anamuonetsa nkhamu chichewa. Choncho tamvana pamenepo. Tamvana munukhulukire kwambiri kunankhula mu chizungu. Ziko kwambiri. Your Excellency Miss Joyce Banda, President of the Republic of Malawi. Your Excellency Chief Justice Richard Banda, SC, retired. Your Excellency Madam Mutharika, former First Lady of the Republic of Malawi. Your Excellency Comrade Robert Mugabe, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. Your Excellency Professor Mike Kibaki, President of the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency Amaro Gebuza, President of the Republic of Mozambique. Your Excellency Hifikepunye Pohamba, President of the Republic of Namibia. Your Excellency Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, President of the Republic of Tanzania. Right Honorable Kumo Kachale, Vice President of the Republic of Malawi. Right Honorable Ngalema Motlate, Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa. Right Honorable Jack McConnell, former First Minister of Scotland. Right Honorable Guy Scotty, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia. Right Honorable Justice Malawezi, former Vice President of the Republic of Malawi. Right Honorable Dakasim Chilumba, former Vice President of the Republic of Malawi. Your Excellency Dr. Jean Ping, Chairperson of the African Union Commission. All representatives of heads of states, representatives of international organizations. Mr. Henry Musa, Chairperson of the Organizing Committee. Right Honorable Henry Banda, Speaker of the Malawi National Assembly, your Lord Justice, Justice Molo, Chief Justice, all Cabinet Ministers present, Mr. Bryce Saka, Chief Secretary of the Malawi Government, General Odilo, Commander of the Malawi Defense Forces, Mr. Lord Zonzi, Inspector General of Police, all senior government officials present here, distinguished guests, paramount chiefs, His Majesty Kalonga Gaundi, and all paramount chiefs present here, all traditional leaders, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Malawians. On behalf of the Mutharika family, first, let me thank you all for coming here to join us on this day. On this day, we say goodbye to my brother, my friend, but also my hero, our former president, Professor Bingu and Mutharika. This is not a day for sorrow. It's a day to celebrate the life of a wonderful, extremely wonderful human being who would know that a boy born in this village here will one day attain the highest office in Malawi. Who would know that a boy from Kamoto one day participate in the global system with the whole world as a stage and him as one of the actors. Who would know that a young boy from Kisoka here will one day walk and dine with kings, prime ministers, queens, emirs, presidents, and sheikhs. A truly remarkable mind. From humble beginnings here to the heights of international statesmanship. He was a great man. I know he made some mistakes, as we all do. But if we made any mistakes, it was mistakes of judgment, not out of evil. Most of you perhaps knew Bingu Mutharika as a politician, as somebody who brought about food security, HIV, the Green Belt, the Sanje inland ports. That's the Mutharika you knew. But there was a different Mutharika, a different Bingu that I knew. As his young brother, although he was 6 years older than myself, we grew up almost as twins. We played together, we fought together, we argued all the time. All sorts of issues. If I remember the time sometimes, Bingu would call me at 3 in the morning, wake me up, just to ask me some point about law, economics, or philosophy. That's how close we were. So I miss him greatly, but I'm glad that he's going to heaven, and one day we'll continue our discussion. Now let me tell you something about Bingu, the Bingu we don't know. The Bingu, the romantic, the Renaissance man. This man was more than just an ordinary politician. I don't many of you know, but Bingu was actually a poet. He wrote out of poetry, some of which was published under different names. You don't know that. But Bingu was also a person committed to equality, to human rights. When the SADC adopted a 30% requirement that women should form 30% of all policy-making positions, the women in this country, I don't know if the president was there or not, but they came to Bingu and said, we would like Malawi to adopt a policy whereby 30% of all policy positions should be occupied by women. Bingu said, no, I cannot accept that. Why don't you make it 50%? And he made it 50%. He appointed a woman vice president, attorney general, law commissioner, ombudsman, director of public prosecutions, deputy director of Malawi Broadcast. So all women, the first time in the history of this country. Bingu also loved old people. He was conscious of the fact that in Malawi and most of Africa, usually older people are discriminated against. Sometimes when somebody dies, they think it's like an old man in the village who's responsible for it. Even here, there are times when we sometimes will not have rain, and to arrest an old lady because she was responsible for making rain not fall. So he knew that older people are always discriminated against. That's why he formed the Silver Grey Foundation. The motto was, life begins at 60. Under this foundation, he built houses for the elderly, men and women. Right now, we're finishing a lodge in Mzuzu for the elderly. As a matter of fact, just before he died, he had asked me whether I can work to turn the Silver Grey Foundation into an international organization. He wanted to cover the whole Africa, helping elderly and perhaps the rest of the world. And I promise that I'll continue that. Bingu was also concerned about disabled people. Have grown in a family where we had a very severely disabled sister. Some of you don't know that, but a sister who never walked. And those days we didn't have wheelchairs. We had to carry her wherever we went. Not only that, but my brother and I had to fight with people. Because those days people would laugh at you. because he had a disabled sister who loved her too. So all his life, Bingu devoted his time to improving the lives of elderly people and disabled people. That's why for the first time, he created the Ministry of Disabled and Elderly People. She was very committed to that and will miss that. But also Bingu was an avid fisherman. I don't know if you heard this. One day at 3 in the morning, he called me from Portugal. I said, Peter, you know what happened? I said, what? He said, I caught a blue marlin. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, and he sent it. It was 266 meters, I'm sorry, 266 kgs and 3.5 meters. Bingu was proud of that. Every time we met, we talk about that marlin of his until I got tired of it. So I don't hear about this again. But he was bragging about that. So he was a very avid fisherman. But Bingu was also a designer. I'm sure you know that he designed the National Tower in Lilongwe. He designed the university that you can see here. He designed that monument there and also the house over there. By the way, now I'm talking to you members of Malawi Press. That house has only 5 bedrooms. That's all. You have been writing that it has 85 bedrooms. I beg you to correct that error. Because I think it's unfair to the man. You are free to go there. What you see is really a veranda, but actually only 5 small rooms inside. Do you promise to correct that? Do you promise? Yes, because I've been writing about this all over the world. That is 85 rooms. There are only 5 rooms. Please correct that. Thank you very much. So much for that. One final thing. I don't know if you know this, but Bingu also wrote songs. I don't know if I mentioned this before. He actually wrote songs, music, country music, gospel music, and most of it actually has been published in the United States under a different name. I won't tell you, but if you insist one day, I'll tell you. But actually, there are many songs played on American radio that Bingu wrote. So here's a man, a real Renaissance man, a man of many parts, a great intellectual, but more importantly, a great brother, a great father, a great uncle, a great grandfather. That's why everyone called him Bingu or Gogo. Bingu loved people. Can you remember when he came from overseas, it was quite an event. He would come there with his mouse suit and that stick, jumping, and he loved everyone saying, Bingu, Bingu, Bingu. All men, he would love that. And dance with the women. I'm sure you'll miss that. You'll miss that. But he loved you all, and I hope you'll remember him. Now, to all Malawians, let me say this, first of all, that my family and I appreciate your support, the support you have given us during the last few days. We would have appreciated this crowd, and also the support given to my family in the north, central, east, and south, when his body was taken there. My family appreciate it very much. To Her Excellency, the State President Joyce Banda, thanks so much for preparing a dignified funeral for my family. We'll always be very grateful to you. Thank you very much, madam. To the clergy, the government officials, and all those who work day and night with you, Bingu, may you be rewarded for your diligence. To the faithful and loyal members of the DPP, I promise you that the DPP will continue. And the goals of development, justice, and can't remember that third one. Chirugo, Chitetezo, and justice will continue. So the party will continue. I promise you that. I'll not leave you. I'll be here in Malawi. No matter what happens, no matter how difficult the future may be, Peter Mutharika will never leave you. Like my brother before me, I'll stand and fall on Malawi soil. That I promise you. To the South African government, I want to thank you very much for the honor that you accorded to my brother and all the wonderful things you did. Madam Vice President and Prime Minister, I would like to extend my thanks to His Excellency Jacob Zuma for the wonderful way you treated my brother and my family in South Africa. Thank you very much. To the doctors, nurses, and all those who tried to save my brother's life, let's accept God's will. You did your best, and we'll always be grateful to you. To my nieces, nephews, and all relatives, let's bear Bingu's legacy with dignity. To Kalisa, my sister-in-law, thank you very much for the love you gave to my brother. He will cherish it, and you make his life very happy after he had lost his first wife. I thank you very much. Let me to Kalisa that you will never walk alone. There will always be somebody walking beside you. I don't know if you know the story of the footprints. I don't know if you know the story of the footprints. Do you remember it, Kalista? You don't? I'll repeat it. There was a man who had made a pact with the Lord, and the Lord promised that he would walk beside him. But he noticed that when things were really good, there are 4 footprints. But if things were really bad, there were only 2. So went to the Lord and said, Lord, you promised to walk by my side. But why is it that when things are good, you walk by my side? But when things are really bad, there are only 2 footprints. Why do you abandon me when things are so bad? And the Lord said, my child, I know I promise that I'll walk beside you. When things were good, I walked beside you. That's where there are 4 footprints. But when things were really bad, there were 2 footprints, because I was not walking beside you, I was carrying you. Therefore, you will never live alone. The Lord will always walk by your side. To Bingu, my friend, my brother, my hero, I'll miss you. I'll miss you very much. I'll miss all those arguments, all those discussions, everything under the sun. I'll miss that. But I hope one day we'll continue our discussion. The dream shall go on. The Bingu dream shall go on. The dreamer is dead, but the dream lives on. So my brother, my friend, you rest in peace. I'll miss you until we meet again. To God, only glory and praise to your name. We accept your will. To you all, thank you so much for listening. May you all be blessed. Thank you.